you ever wondered what happens when fashion's most iconic house gives its reins to one of today's sharpest creatives? Dior by Jonathan Anderson is buzzing, and it's more exciting than any rumor. Kylian Mbappé just made a cinematic cameo in the new campaign, and that's only the beginning. Dior has done something it hasn't since Christian Dior himself. Unified women's, men's, haute couture and accessories under one creative voice. Delphine Arnaud's bold decision brings consistency and a single cultural heartbeat to the brand. What stands out most in this preview is its layering of narratives. Bram Stoker's Dracula, dangerous liaisons, recast as mood boards for luxury book totes. Artsy references merge with athletic swagger in Mbappé's presence. Tying a barber pole striped tie onto a dove grey herringbone suit, it reads like intellectual tailoring meets modern performance. And that's exactly the point. This isn't dressing a footballer, it's recasting masculinity. Think fluid tailoring, asymmetry and athletic elegance Anderson mastered at Low. He's giving Dior a new character, refined but liberated. Context matters. Luxury sales are softening in major markets. Consumers are cautious. Dior isn't just releasing a collection, they're engineering a cultural reboot, a pivot toward meaning, not spectacle, a move from logos to storytelling. Here's what to look out for. June 27th, Dior men's debut. Expect poetry and tailoring, sporty references, and heritage reinterpreted. September women's debut. Sculpted classics, graceful proportions, signature craftsmanship. Accessories. The book tote reinvents intellectual luxury, primed for storytelling over flash. Campaign tone, a modern heritage informed by subtle cultural cues, connecting Gen Z and old money elegance. This isn't a trend equation. It's a brand rewriting its playbook, thoughtful, layered, and intentional. Jonathan Anderson isn't just designing Dior, he's redefining it. Keep an eye on GTWJ Mag after the show, because the real story isn't on the runway, it's in the language being rewritten. And here's the thing no one's saying out loud yet. This is the first time in decades that Dior feels unpredictable. Not because it's loud, but because it's quiet in a way luxury hasn't dared to be in years. Jonathan Anderson doesn't chase virality. He's not here to slap a logo on a hoodie and call it a drop. His Dior is shaping up to be a thinking person's luxury, a wardrobe for people who understand that status isn't screamed, it's whispered. And Kylian Mbappé's teaser? Genius placement, not for clout, but to reframe what modern power dressing looks like. A man at the top of his game in tailoring that reads polished but unforced. It's signaling, this is where cultural capital lives now. There's also something psychologically potent about the timing. With the luxury market softening, most brands are doubling down on excess. More crystals, louder logos, gimmicky collabs. Dior, under Anderson, is pulling back, and in a world obsessed with more, restraint itself becomes the new flex. Expect to see structured outerwear with architectural silhouettes, heritage references made unsettlingly modern, accessories that feel like heirlooms, not merchandise, a color story leaning into muted intellectual palettes, think moss, bone, ink, chalk, and symbolism, subtle nods to old Dior iconography recast in eerie, unexpected ways. This era will test who truly understands fashion versus who just buys it. Because Anderson's work demands that you look closer, that you see the subtext. And real luxury, as always, is about being in on the conversation before the masses catch up. June 27th is just the start. The men's show will set the tone, but make no mistake, this is a house-wide renaissance. The real collectors, the quiet power players, they're already paying attention. Follow at GTWJ Mag, because you're going to want to dissect every look with us after that runway. The old Dior is gone. The new one isn't just fashion, it's a statement.